right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the mayor. My man MV to the right, as always.
What's good?
Behind the scenes, behind the camera, you can't see him, but my man, Logo, a.k.a. Supreme, we call him Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
So we got a special guest today, my boy Jonathan De La Cruz. He's is the co-founder of the Thump Yard. So welcome to the show.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all having me, man. It's an honor.
Yeah, man. So tell us a little bit, for those that don't know, that might be watching today, a little bit of how the Thump Yard, what the Thump Yard is and how it started.
The Thump Yard. So the Thump Yard basically is we are a grassroots movement that started in the backyards of Adelphi, Maryland. We like to say we change lives through boxing. So we bring the community together. The whole premise really is to raise awareness on gun violence and do it in an exciting fashion by hosting exciting boxing events. Like I said, we started in the backyard, so we were open format. Anyone could really sign up and get a match. We started really at the first one with just 4, and it grew to like having 12 to 16 bouts at our events, and we did 16 events in the year 2021. That's when we launched, and we were doing it consistently every 2 weeks. So the name started catching on. People started signing up to get fights, and we had people coming from all over the DMV. So it was a beautiful thing to see the energy that we was creating at these events, because we made it like a family-friendly function, had the moon bounce for the kids, food vendors, you know what I'm saying? So it was good eats, and just seeing the unity from people from all different areas of the DMV, and we never had any issues, you know what I'm saying? Never had any problems, which is great. And the consistency and what we were creating got the attention of the local county council member, which is Dominican Denny Taveras, and she gave us a lot of support. She then recommended us over to Channel 9 News, and Channel 9 News came out and did a segment on us, which they won an Emmy, and then they did a follow-up story last year, and then we also got Univision to cover us 2 times, and a documentary that came out, and we featured it in a DC movie theater. So it was a documentary crew came out to one of our events, and saw what we were doing, saw the vision, and they went ahead and put together a pretty well done documentary, which you guys can find on YouTube.
Man,
so really the whole thing is to raise awareness on gun violence. I was a victim of gun violence in 2009. So that really was what inspired me, and boxing's been like my first love because my father was a pro boxer. Right. Something I grew up my whole life doing and participating in. So this was a way for me to get back involved in the sport while doing it with a mission and a purpose.
That's what's up.
Damn, man, that's big ups to you and your team that started that the Thump Yard. I feel like when people want to get into like politics and stuff, and they say, this should change, that should change. A lot of people don't put that action behind it, 100%. And it's refreshing to see somebody actually putting action behind the words and doing something instead of just critiquing and complaining about the change that we all want to see.
Right.
And but let's go back to when you started. So you guys started small, right?
Yeah, we literally started in a backyard of my grandmother's house. There's like a truck yard.
Yeah.
So the name was like, what are we gonna call this? I was like, the scrap yard, DMV, like, then the Thump Yard. So the Thump Yard, I grew up down in Florida too. So I'm originally from here, but then I left to Miami when I was 11. Okay. And that's what over here they say wreck. Or
yeah. We say wreck out here.
Yeah. So Miami they say let's thump. So boom, that was the inspiration behind that name. And yeah, we started really with we got 4 cubetazos, 4 cubos that from Home Depot, right? We filled that joint in with concrete. We got some PVC, and we got some ropes, and
That's
it was just
crazy.
on dirt. And we did it like that, you know what I'm saying, just to set it off and get the attention of the people. And we started with 4 fights that day, and then after that, I set up a website, and I let people just, sign up. I'll get a bunch of people to sign up, and then I'll just match them based on weight and experience. Well, stated experience, because it's not, those events weren't sanctioned. So last year we started doing sanctioned events with USA Boxing.
Okay.
All right. The sanction thing, can you kind of walk us a little bit
What's
through
the
that? 'Cause
difference between
people
the
don't
sanction
understand.
and-
Yeah.
I don't even know
Alright.
what that is, bro.
Yeah, so
For real, for real.
all right. So the way we were doing it before, it was not organized and not overseen by USA Boxing
Yeah.
or let's say like a sanctioning body. And what do they look? What do they provide? They provide doctors. They provide officials. You know, they provide us insurance. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Yeah.
Like the way we were doing it before. Although, you know, we have a good team and the referee, he's a EMT, firefighter, like, you know what I mean? So, and we made sure we did it in a controlled fashion. So we're wearing headgears, we're wearing 14-ounce gloves. You know what I'm saying? I come from a boxing background, so I'm not letting nobody get hurt. I'm stopping fights if I see it's a mixed match,
Yeah.
it's mismatch. I'm throwing in the towel several times.
Yeah.
But see, we were kind of only overseeing our own thing. When the sanction is overseen by whole body and it's overseen by USA Boxing, which is the Olympic style boxing and the actual, you know, the amateur boxing sport.
Yeah, yeah. Is that something that you guys have to like come out of pocket for, or is that provided by organization? How did that whole thing come about? Like, do you guys have to pay for these guys to be there
For the sanctioning?
sanction,
Yeah. So in amateur boxing in general, they don't get paid.
Right.
Amateur boxers don't get paid, but we
Right.
do have to come out of pocket for if we're doing a belt show. Like, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Our last show was a belt show. The first show was a trophy show. So we got to cover the trophies. For the USA Boxing, there's a sanction fee.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you sanction fee, you gotta pay officials, you gotta pay the doctor, you gotta get the trophies.
For them to
Yeah.
be there.
For all that.
Are they
stuff.
there while the fight's going on? All these people, or they just come in and check?
No,
Like, how-
they're there. Yeah. So
They're
all the officials are there present. There's probably like 12 to 13 officials. They're there from the morning. In amateur boxing, it's different from.
So it's not
pro
three
style
judges.
boxing.
It's not three judges.
It's
per
yeah,
fight,
it's three.
or-
It's three judges, but you also have judges. You got timekeeper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah, it's you got so in USA Boxing, amateur boxing, the weigh-in happens the day of the fight. So they're there from the morning, like 10 o'clock. Our show don't start till 3. So they're there in the morning checking all the fighters, the weight, checking their book. You know, because you have to be in a sanctioned fight, you have to be USA Boxing member, athlete.
Yeah.
And you said to be one is how much is that?
$75 only.
Is it a one-time fee,
Yeah,
or-
it's a yearly fee.
Okay.
And you also have to get a physical, but the doctor that does that is like $20, and then you gotta get the book. It's $20.
Okay.
So it's not much for there's a lot of people that hit me up on the DM to ask me because now they're comparing it to how we did it before, where anybody could just sign up and get a fight. To now, like, oh, I want to fight. I'm like, well, okay. Are you, you know what I'm saying? Are you a USA Boxing athlete? Are you training? Are you in the gym? Because these fights are now very competitive. You know what I'm saying? These are kids. And then another thing, the reason we shifted is because now we get to involve the youth. Once in USA Boxing, you only have to be 8 years old to start competing. When we was doing it in the backyard, I wasn't letting nobody really under 18 because of liability purposes and that sort of thing. So it opens up the door to really for us to work with more kids and more youth. Also now our brand is expanding. Now we're like the whole East Coast nationally we're being known because now we get to get participation from other gyms, like the actual gyms, actual fighters that are training.
So this
boxing
thing,
gyms?
this
boxing gyms.
this
Yes, sir.
thing's going a whole different direction from how you started. it.
Well, in the sense, it is.
Which is a good thing,
but
which is a good thing.
you got to grow, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But we're still sticking, and we're anchored to a message, right?
Yeah.
You see on the logo, it says, we thump for a cause. And what's the cause? We want to raise awareness on gun violence. We want to bring the community together. We want the guns to be put down and the gloves up. Like, there's other ways to handle situations.
To handle your situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that message. You're doing something real big in the community, man. And we applaud you for that here.
Appreciate
you know what I'm
brother.
saying? Now, with what you were saying with the gun violence, did something, you're currently in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Were you yourself a victim of gun violence yourself?
Yeah, in 2009, I was a victim of gun violence during a home invasion in my house.
Wow.
So I was just home chilling, studying in Silver Spring at my dad's house in the basement. A day I was actually supposed to be at the boxing gym, but I didn't go train that day. So I could go home to study for real estate exam. I had just finished my real estate course to become licensed. In my full-time job, I was working as a leasing professional. And then on the evenings, I would go to the gym out here in Landover, Sugar Ray Leonard Boxing Gym.
Oh, nice.
So I was home, man. I was home, and it happened during the home invasion. Some people came in, tried to rob. It was kind of like a setup. situation. One of the guys involved was friends with my brother at the time.
Damn.
And it was just a whole.
A lot of times it's
that's
like
why,
that,
bro.
man.
I don't let a lot of people know where I live.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't
You know
like-
what I'm
I don't
saying?
like
Like,
letting everybody know.
Sanctuary, bro.
Bro, I
can't
moved not
let
too long
anybody-
ago,
yeah.
like a year, almost
And I
2
bet-
years ago,
I bet
bro.
only a handful of people know where you live.
Handful, bro, because
Yeah.
that's kind of stuff is scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I mean it's more for me because I have a big family.
Yeah.
But you know, it's really, I think 25 people at the most really know
man,
where I
that's-
actually live.
that's-
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Um,
But so now you're accepting back to Thump Yard. Now you're accepting kids that are younger.
Yeah. Now
to
we
go
can
in
work
there.
with. Now we could participate. Now we can have 8-year-olds. We've had already our last
Wow.
2 events. We had 8-year-olds fight, and these are
Okay.
8-year-olds that they're trained, man. And see, the thing I say boxing, right? I love boxing because I say that boxing. I attribute a lot of my mental strength and a lot of the things that I have to be mentally prepared for to deal with this every day. I attribute that to boxing. That's what boxing taught me. So to see the kids have this discipline and this courage and this hard work, you know, I love to see it, man. So it's just a to me, man, it's great to be able to be involved in their journey and their growth because some of these kids that are coming through our events are going to be world champions. 100% guaranteed.
So are you guys thinking about, or you already like training kids? Is that something that you guys are gonna get into? Do you have a plan for that in the future?
Yeah, so
I have a son. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
And I need to get. He's 3. He's still
My
little,
son's
but
22. Yeah.
but I do want to get him into sports, and because sports teaches you a lot of different lessons in life, right? It teaches you that nothing is free in life, that you have to work for everything. It gives you discipline. It just teaches you a lot of things that you're not gonna get anywhere else.
not to back down.
Yeah,
You
not
know
to
what I'm
back
saying?
down, all
Stand
that
up for
stuff. Yeah.
yourself. That's dope.
100%. That's the bigger vision. So the
Okay.
bigger vision, we are waiting to be designated as a 501c3 nonprofit, and then what we want to do with that, since we already have support of the county,
Yeah.
they already got, you know what I'm saying. At the next event, they're going to be awarding us a proclamation for the work we've been doing in the community. And the bigger vision is to have more than just a boxing gym.
Right.
I want to call it like a center
Right.
for the kids, because I want to also, in my opinion, aside from just sport, but there's other things that need to be touched on that could curb gun violence. So like raising financial awareness, like financial literacy awareness,
For sure.
mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's so
yeah,
much
yeah,
things
yeah.
other than just boxing and
Right.
sport, because I just said amateur boxers, they don't get paid.
Yeah.
So
Right.
some of them are still half foot in the streets and half foot in the gym. So providing a center where they can at least learn some other things, maybe, you know, resume writing, or, you know, touch on different trades. I'm in the real estate space, so, you know, I could teach someone real estate or whatever, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the ultimate vision. And we're actually currently, just yesterday, went to go look at a space in Brentwood.
Oh,
So
that's
we're
fire, man.
hoping that comes through. But
That's what's up. How big is the space?
It's 5,500 square feet.
Oh man, yeah, it's like a warehouse. then.
Yeah, it's a warehouse.
So you'll be able to put how many
Boxing
boxing
rings?
rings would you think you'd be
Yeah,
able
we
to
just
put in
need
there?
one.
You just
Yeah,
need
we
one.
just need one.
But I mean, that space is pretty big. 5,500 square feet, man. I mean, you probably could get more than one in there, no?
Yeah, but it's more than just a ring. You need the
Right.
bags. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You need a space to do some
Jump
core
rope.
work, jump rope. You know, there's more than just a ring you need. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
you're right. Man, that's dope. Hopefully you get the good news soon, man. You said when, today or
yeah,
tomorrow?
we're working on it now. We just went to see it yesterday. Today they went to go measure the space, and you know, just
okay.
putting it all together. So, you know, putting out the good vibes, and
That's
hopefully
fire.
That comes
So, for the people out there that don't know where to go to, like, I want to go to a match. You know what I'm saying? I'm intrigued. I want to take my wife to a match. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, me too.
where can they go? How much are the tickets? Like, kind of take me into
Yeah,
like
so-
if you want to go and just witness what's
For
going
sure,
on.
for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
So, yeah, we got our next event coming up April 30th. We've been doing them at Coco Cabana nightclub in Hyattsville.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
used to
there.
work there.
Yeah, we're there. It's a great space. I'm very honored to be able to be working with them, because it's crazy. When we was in the backyard, my vision was always to transition into sanctioned events and to do it at Coco, and then it just clicked. You know, and it happened because I've always wanted to bring boxing to that area. You know what I mean? I grew up
Yeah.
in that area, and I never seen anyone really do any boxing events. You know what I'm saying? Something different. So you can first follow us on Instagram at the Thump Yard. There's a ticket link in the bio currently at the moment, and the tickets range from $10 for the kids, $30 general admission, and then $60 ringside. And then there's VIP packages for the, if you want to get a couch and stuff right in front of the ring.
Yeah, man.
That's fire, man.
Let's
The
do that.
events, man.
Let's
Yeah,
go
for
to that
sure.
one.
We definitely
We'll
gotta-
definitely be in there.
Yeah.
You also have DJs playing music and all that stuff in this.
Yeah. We got DJ Sweezy. We got DJ Lil Chris.
You know him.
They're gonna
Lil Chris,
be
my
there.
little cousin.
So that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he turned up at the last event. So people.
Oh yeah, we
Sure.
definitely gotta go check
Yeah,
it out.
So
yeah.
we
bro.
bring our
gonna
own
be
swag too. You know what I'm saying? Something different because you go to different boxing events. It's not the Thump Yard. It's
Yeah,
not,
I went to
you know what I'm saying?
I went to a professional. I went to a few professional fights. Like I'm not gonna say I'm like a huge boxing fight a fan, but I do like to go to fights. I went to
which one you go?
I went to MSG joint a couple years ago. I don't know the name of the boxer. And then the most popular I went to was in Brooklyn.
Barclays
It was
Center. You went to Barclays Center. It was
the boy from here from Baltimore,
Javante?
Javante
Davis.
and the Spanish. I think it was the Spanish dude. He knocked him out, young.
Yeah.
The Spanish dude. It was the Spanish dude that talks a lot. He was talking a lot, skinny.
Oh, Rolly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
watched him.
Rolly had him for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I
Come on,
rewatched
man.
the fight.
He was fainting,
I don't
man.
think he. I mean, he was strong.
Listen, for a little
He was
bit,
strong, but I don't think he had
we
him.
knew
Yeah,
that
he didn't have him, bro.
we knew that Devontae caught him
I
one
think
time.
Javante was just downloading information those first.
Yeah,
two
he was
rounds.
just
Exactly.
That's used
Well,
because he's
to
that
an
good.
untrained eye, like you
Right,
look at
right,
the
yeah.
fight completely different than I do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So untrained eye like mine's, and then it looked like he was giving him a little bit of work at the first couple rounds.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
would
I think he
agree.
won a couple rounds
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
He got to what, the 6th round, and that's when he got knocked out. Was it?
It was around there. It,
Yeah,
it
like,
didn't
I
go.
think it was
It
like-
didn't go
it didn't go
all
too
the way
far.
there.
There was a sparring footage that came out of Rolly, and he got hit with the same punch.
The same
Yeah,
punch.
the same punch. Because every time he throws his right hand, he brings it. He's just open.
Yeah, man. He
I think he was waiting for that moment then, and he just caught him.
Yeah. So I was gonna go to the one here, and
I mean, how was the experience at the fight stuff?
I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. The MSG experience was
was upset.
amazing. That was
Yeah.
my first professional fight I went to. That was 2 years ago.
Madison
right?
Square Garden.
My
yeah.
homie, one of my homies took me. He's like, "Yo, bro, you're gonna enjoy this. Come on." I like boxing more than I like MMA. MMA is too bloody for me. Like I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. So the MSG experience was amazing, bro. Like it was organized. You felt safe in there. You know what I mean? And everybody was having a good time. The Brooklyn experience. Completely different, bro.
Yep, I remember
You know
when you
what I'm
told us the story. I was like, wow.
What happened?
It was just too trapped out in there, bro. Like Bam was just
I heard the same thing about the joint that they just had in DC. with
Yeah, the same
Javante.
thing.
So I
with
think Javante brings that crowd.
because
you know what I
the-
mean?
a lot of the I'm gonna just say underground folks
yeah.
go to his events. You know what I'm saying? They got money.
I like watching Javante fight. I don't think I'll
Yeah.
go to another one of his fights just
You said they were
because
doing what in
they
Rolling
was
dice
just
in the
rolling
bathroom.
dices,
Yeah,
being
man,
like
they was in
smoking
the
the bathroom
bathrooms.
out. You know what I mean? Bam was coming in through like when you're older, right? As an older man, like I'm 36.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you keep your head on a swivel
Yeah, yeah,
anywhere you at,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And I'm
Yeah.
not from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I'm not from New York. I don't know anything out there. I'm seeing dudes come in through the side door
Side doors.
unchecked.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on out here,
You
bro?
know,
You know
like
what
I
I'm
said, I
saying?
heard the same thing. They were rolling dice in the bathroom.
See,
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
one-
wrong,
last
bro.
one you got
At the one
DC.
here, it was a big fight with people from Baltimore, from DC,
See, I'm
VA, Philly was coming.
I'm
That
not
niggas
wrong,
on the
bro.
undercard, you got Jerron Boots, and he's from Philly.
Yeah, I'm not
And
wrong,
you had
bro.
Baltimore, you
Too
got
many,
DC.
too many city
under one
mixes
roof.
was in there, bro.
Yeah, no, but I feel like if we're gonna support our people, you know what I mean, we should be able to learn how to like act and behave in that kind of setting, because what happens is not everybody's living that life. You know what I'm saying? That street life. I'm not living that life anymore.
Yeah, no,
I don't
me
want to
neither.
be anywhere around that kind of stuff because I gotta get home to my kids. You never know, a straight bullet can get you.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Nowadays, bro, with everything that's coming out on the news, you hear someone getting shot, they just pumping gas or just walking.
Yeah, like you don't know. So
It's sad,
I mean,
bro.
as much as I want to see him fight again, I think I'm gonna wait for a different kind of fight. If it's up in New York, I'll go. I'm not going back to the
Not
Brooklyn,
Barclay, but to the
Barclay.
Madison
If
Square
it's
Garden.
MSG, I'll go. MSG
I'll do,
got a good tight.
I would do Vegas too, and I heard that
I'm seeing Davis fight coming up in April.
Yeah,
That joint gonna be
dope.
expensive.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it is.
right now.
That's Vegas.
It is.
Yeah.
I want to see that fight. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Who do you got? Because you have a more of a
I
boxing.
mean, I
eye.
like Davis. Cause,
You like Davis?
Yeah, Garcia's already been knocked down before by Luke
Right.
Campbell,
Yeah, I saw.
and he keeps his chin in the air. If that was Davis, hit him with the same shot, he ain't coming up from that.
Davis is just.
But that's
them
the thing,
punches
though.
is just nasty,
Yeah, he
bro.
ain't
Like,
But that's
it's
the
just-
thing. I mean, that's my thing about it. I mean, me, when it comes to boxing, I always go with who's faster. And to me, Garcia's faster. His hand speed to me is
you
faster.
know what beats speed? Timing.
Timing, yeah. But it's hard to catch people that are faster. Usually
what I'm saying?
they can move before
Man, he
your
catch
punch
he
comes.
catch him one time, it's over,
Yeah,
bro.
he hits like
But-
he's
Nah, he got hands. I'm not
Yeah,
sleeping
right
on
there.
Javante Davis at all.
yeah, no, but I mean, I don't discredit Garcia either because he's got his skills.
He got his skills.
He's undefeated, right?
Yeah,
And the thing is, you know,
Fighters.
yeah, he got knocked out, but he got up.
Yeah.
He got back up and he won that fight. You know
I
what
gotta
I'm saying?
see it to believe it. I gotta see.
To me, I always go with
Javante
speed.
lose, bro.
So touching on the sanction stuff. So you see how we transition to
Yeah,
sanction.
yeah.
So now we're able to work with gyms. We've had Javante's gym at our event. You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn,
Like,
that's
Upton
fire.
Boxing, they bring fighters. Jerron Boots Ennis, he's like the next one coming up out of Philly. They bring their fighters.
Yeah,
Bosie's
yeah,
gym.
yeah.
So that's what we were missing doing the backyard.
Yeah.
Although we're engaging the community, we're touching the people that need to hear it the most.
Mm-hmm.
But we're missing on the whole community of boxers and just and we can't get the sponsors that we need.
Right,
in
right,
the
right,
backyard,
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
clean up the
Right,
the
right.
image and the brand, and
Right.
you're able to do it at a different scale now. Where
Right.
the brand is going across state lines. You know, people from Philly. We had kids from Rochester, New York, come down to
Right,
fight
right,
at
right.
our last event. We had Virginia, Fredericksburg, Virginia. We had a kid come down from Massachusetts.
Damn, all the way from Massachusetts.
So yeah, so it's like the whole East Coast, man, and it's a beautiful thing.
That's dope, bro.
That's dope,
It's a
man.
part of the
That's
growth
that's
process.
fire, man. Because even with sports, bro, like you need a lot to get into sports. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna play ball, if you're gonna play football, all that stuff requires money, requires time. I feel like boxing, although it does require the time, it doesn't require a lot of money for you to just go up in a ring and
Yeah, they say
you
they
know
call
what
it
I'm
a poor man's sport.
saying? I don't know if I would say that, but
I
you
mean,
still need investments. You know, you
Yeah,
still need
no,
to
no,
do the
no,
right
but
thing.
no,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
No, I'm saying in the sense that you don't need a lot of equipment, right?
Yeah,
You just
exactly,
need
exactly.
Some gloves, and that's it.
Exactly, exactly,
But
exactly.
with the amateurs, man, you do need like these kids. They travel. They do a lot of traveling. There was a kid at our last event. He fought 3 times, and then he came. He fought Friday, Saturday, and then my event was on Sunday. Thank you, bro. My event was on Sunday. He fought 3 times the same weekend. 10-year-old kid. But they traveled. They went to Ohio for the Silver Gloves, and then they came down to Maryland, and they're from Philly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in that sense, it does require
Yeah.
some investment.
Yeah,
And-
yeah,
and
yeah,
I have to give a big shout out to the coaches that are involved in these kids' lives because they put in a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of commitment to these kids, and a lot of times they're not getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They're just
And then
doing it to
they're
help
they're
out.
like they're fathers to these kids, they're mentors.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the biggest thing, man, for me is be able, because not everyone likes to play basketball or football
Yeah,
or
yeah.
soccer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? You're gonna have a big segment of kids that's like a little rougher, maybe, and you get them in the gym, and that's
They're
a
able to
kid you
get
just
that out.
took them off the streets,
Yeah.
saved their life. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I'm big on this, because I think about, like, what if there was a program, something like this, back when I got shot? You know what I'm saying? Could have maybe saved that dude that
Yeah.
shot me. He was
Yeah, it
he was
coulda-
like 19 years old. I was 21 when I got shot.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Fucking
a
wild.
lot of the shootings that's happened is usually the young kids
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
just lost.
A lot of teenagers, man.
Yeah.
So-
So a lot of these kids that become great boxers, do a lot of them come from the streets? Do a lot of them come from single parent homes? What do you think about that? Like, is that how it usually goes? Like, they're in the streets and then, you know, or do some of them come from like good
I could
families?
say
and stuff like that?
for sure, like, in terms of my experience
Yeah,
and what
yeah,
we've
yeah,
been
yeah.
able to do.
Yeah.
We've been able to get a couple kids that was like in the backyard, like, and when we first started,
Yeah.
and then they transitioned to actually going to a gym.
Yeah.
We created like a culture, I would say. When we was doing the events every 2 weeks, it became like a distraction. People wanted to start boxing. They wanted to start training. Oh, I'm getting ready for the Thump Yard in 2 weeks, and we was able to get a few of them people that participate in those events transitioned to actually start training. They're in the gym now. They're getting sanctioned fights. They done changed their whole lifestyle and they're off the streets. You know what I'm saying? But you got these kids back to the youth, like these 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds. This is a kid that fought. He was 13. He had 50 fights already.
Damn.
And these kids, yo, they're the nicest kids, bro. Discipline, you know. So you got to get them young.
Yeah.
And then you get them young. You ain't pulling them off the streets.
I got you.
But so I say it encompasses all of that.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's dope because you're changing kids' mindsets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You putting them in a positive path as opposed to taking a negative one in life. And I think that's dope, man.
That's
so
the goal, man.
both women and male can come in.
So we've had at the sanction events we've had 2 female
bouts.
and male, yeah. And then when we did the backyard, we also had some females involved too. Yeah. So yeah, we got both, man. Kids, adults, you know. Hasta los viejos pueden participar. They have a master's division, like 40 plus.
40 plus?
Yeah, we haven't had those yet, but yeah, I think the oldest we've had is like 36.
But I must gotta go to work the next day, man.
Yeah, I know my cousin did one of them joints in the backyard when you guys were still doing it in the backyard. Alhani.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
My cousin Alhani.
Watch that one on YouTube. That's on YouTube.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Alhani's doing it. And I think. So that's your cousin.
Yeah.
You have a
my other
are you
little
related
cousin
to Martha Lidiano?
Yeah, her son
Her
Ben
son.
Johnson. Shout out to Ben Johnson.
They all related
Bro,
around here, B.
My family's huge. But Ben Johnson.
They all related, B.
I'm trying to get them to fight on the next show. For real.
I don't know if he's gonna do it because he's gonna be in the Olympics.
They be
next
in the
year.
nationals. I know. No excuse.
He just won.
Who is it? Who?
Ben Johnson, Martha's son.
Oh, okay.
He just won in the nationals. And it's not his first title either. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But in the but he's in the Olympics next year, bro.
Olympics?
I'm going out there to see him. My cousin Ben.
Where's the Olympics?
Paris.
Did they
Where?
Paris.
Oh,
they put the Olympics back though? Or they put boxing back in the Olympics?
Yeah.
'Cause they haven't removed it.
Nah, he's in there.
Oh yeah.
He's
That's
in there.
good.
So they was telling me about it. I told them.
Why they moved the Olympics from?
Because
They
say
moved
corruption.
boxing from. Oh,
Damn.
Corruption. There's too much. The
Yeah, the judges.
That's the only
fixing
thing I
fights
hate
for
about
them.
this sport, bro. Because, like, for example, one of our last events, they clearly robbed the kid, bro.
Yeah.
Clearly robbed him. Like,
You knew
damn,
it was
like,
your
bro, they
events?
robbed him. Yeah. That's
Oh, man.
they do that. I mean, it happens. It does
And
happen.
so what? They paying the official to
And I,
throw
you
it
know,
one
nah.
way?
Sometimes they favor the fighter because it was like a DC versus Philly. They robbed the
Yeah.
Philly kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So me personally, man, I felt bad because they coming from out of town to participate. It's like
Yeah,
I'm a
man.
promoter. So I gave him a belt. You know what I'm saying? For me, I just gave him a belt because,
You
knew it was-
He should've
bro.
won
But
the
that happens, and that really is sad because these kids they give up. They put in so much work and energy, and so much
time.
dedication in this sport, and then they go compete and they get robbed. But in the amateur world, you can't really take it too bad because it's just work. You know what I'm saying? Some of these kids are preparing for the pro league, and you want to take those L's and those lessons in the amateurs so that when you're ready for the pros, you're good.
That's what's up, man. Damn.
But yeah, I'm a fan of Benjamin Johnson, man.
Yeah,
Him,
man.
that whole team, No
killing it
Excuse
right now.
Boxing, they got a
Damn.
great team.
Yeah.
They got a great team.
So you said you want to see if I don't know if he'll be able to. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the stuff he got going on.
I
He
talked
already.
to his coach, man. That's it.
Oh, yeah?
See, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I talk to him
but
and
most,
and
but
his
most
mom
likely,
directly.
most likely they not, because a lot of those high level, like top guys, they'll just compete in the nationals. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
just
'cause he
compete at
just did one,
tournaments. Because what we're
last
doing,
month.
they're called local club shows.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? They're club shows. They're not like a tournament. It's just a club show. Although we do a belt. A belt show is better than just a trophy show. But yeah, a lot of those high level elite guys, I mean, they just fight at nationals, or they'd be like, well, there's nobody here locally that'll fight us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I might have to try to find somebody out of state, and then if you're like, no, nah, we'll just fight them at the nationals. Like, why are we gonna fight them at the club show? So it's a lot of little, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of little politics.
But those
involved.
guys, there's a lot of politics involved. But shout out to them, man. Shout out to No Excuse. They got a great. I'm a fan of what they do. They have a great program. They got a lot of good elite level fighters. I just saw one of their fighters just fight last Saturday. Right now, the current the Golden Gloves is happening right now.
Okay.
Out in Rosecroft
Damn.
Rosecroft Raceway, and I
nice.
think they went 5-0. That team.
Man.
Damn,
Yeah.
5-0.
Yeah,
Their whole team, the whole squad, they all
everybody
won. They all win.
Damn.
They doing it big. Yeah, now Ben been with them I want to say like 5
How old
years.
is it? How
He's
old is
like
your-
16.
Oh, so he's
Yeah, he's 16, man.
young, man.
Yeah, he's
Damn.
already I think he's a little bit taller than me, so I'm just under 6 feet. So I want to say he's like, he's 5'11". Yeah, he's 5'11", because we're like eye level already. Yeah, he's only 16. I think he's still grown.
So what's the progression for somebody like to become like a pro boxer? Like,
I mean, I would say like a lot of the elite level and world champions, most of them, right, have amateur background. Like they all come from a pedigree of like they have they were dedicated amateurs. They got a lot of that experience because you can see it in their skill level. But yeah, a lot of them get amateurs, and then they, it's just how your management. My dad was a pro boxer, but my dad didn't have the greatest managers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
So as someone that has skill, right, and know you could compete at a world level, you got managers that get you easy fights. You know what I'm saying? They just build up your record. Because if you look at even like Javante or any of these top guys, you look at their records. Sometimes in the beginning, like they're going against guys that had losing records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
they were clearly ahead of those guys.
It's just to build up the record and stuff like that. Yeah,
That's
get the
crazy.
different experience.
Damn, dog.
So have you guys thought about taking your? I know you're about to hopefully open up a gym here, right? A gym.
Yeah.
Have you guys thought about networking outside of the DMV and kind of like having a place in Philly or
expanding
like an actual like a center, like a place?
Maybe
like
not a center, but just your brand.
The
to
brand
be like based in other areas.
Yeah,
too,
I mean, eventually we would love to do shows in different areas. You know what I mean? At this moment, where we're at, I mean, I love Coco. We're doing it. We're bringing something here to the DMV that's different.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we're still attracting the out-of-state guys.
Right.
Still got guys from all over coming. So
right.
as that grows and as those fighters come compete at our events, some of these fighters, they have a lot of big following already, or like some of the coaches have big following.
Yeah.
As they keep promoting our events, we throw out the pictures and the videos.
Yeah.
That's just gonna keep it going, man, and ultimately we probably get into doing pro events, do a pro-am event, a mixture of professional and amateur on the same card.
So I mean, basically, what that would be like, kind of what Mikey is suggesting. It sounds like it would be technically like franchising, like opening different areas. So something like that you would be open to.
Nothing is impossible.
right. You started in the backyard, bro.
I'm learning. Yeah, we started in the freaking dirt, bro.
That's what I was about to say. They started in the yard, so why not?
I don't know. So, we're gonna keep going.
I think you go national.
This reminds me of y'all ever seen that they used to do backyard in Miami, the fist.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
like
about.
Kimbo Slice
and all them.
Yeah. They started in the backyard, right? And see, Dada 5000 started like that. Now he has his own bare knuckle league. You know what I'm saying? So who knows, bro? Who knows? Just gotta keep going. And anything in life, bro, is about consistency.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the shows at Coco, if we were to stop just at 1 or 2 shows, we never would know what it could grow into if we stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is just keep going, and that's it.
So who are some of the because clearly there's a lot of money involved and whatnot into these events. So how many sponsors do you have currently right now for this Coco event that you got coming up?
The one right now coming up, probably like 3, but we'll get more. Like there's still more that's committed. Like I after this meeting, I have to go meet a guy.
Okay.
So to be honest, man, the events are not possible without the sponsors.
Yeah. No,
like the 100%. They're not. We wouldn't make money. Like,
yeah.
And we're not even like in the shows. It's kind of been like, but because this is all right. Our heart is in it for the community, for for what it could be,
for the cause.
Right.
But the sponsors is a big part of it. To definitely help. So what's helped is our track record. You know what I'm saying? What we've been able to accomplish within the community, the awareness we've been able to bring, and yeah, I mean that shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to our sponsors. Bros Towing has been there since day one. Bros Towing. We got South County Sportsmen and South County Enterprises. They sponsor us, and plenty more. I mean, I'm in the real estate space, so I got a lot of real estate guys that sponsor too.
Okay.
So yeah.
So with the real estate side, I mean, what did you want to talk about that with, like, what exactly do you do in the real estate?
Yeah, so I had mentioned before. So to me, that like the gun violence part needs to be attacked by different angles, right? You got sport, But then there's also a big piece like, well, okay, let's think about why gun violence happens. Most times it's lack of money, or somebody got to come up or whatever. Like my situation happened because, it was basically a drug deal gone wrong that I had nothing to do with. That I was just literally at my computer studying, people in my house involved in some other stuff. They set up a deal. Whole time they didn't have no drugs. They wanted to rob the money.
Damn.
So it was a setup.
It was a setup kind of situation. So
I've seen a situation like that go crazy in my face, bro. I was like I said, I was there. I had no idea, and these guys came from New York, bro,
Really?
and I'm in the apartment, but I don't know what the hell's going on. I have no clue what's going on. Right? I'm in the apartment, and these guys had big balls, man. They came from New York, and they came with fake weed, bro.
Oh, stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like pounds of it. You feel me? Of just fake weed.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going on. I was a lot younger. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in my 20s, early 20s. It was guns in the house. If these dudes would have opened this stuff up before these guys left, they all would have died right there. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, like just dudes trying to get over, and these dudes came from NYC down to DC to after the fact. I know what happened because the guys in the house were mad. They just gave these guys 20, 30 grand.
For some fake
For
stuff.
nothing.
Some fake stuff, bro. You know what I'm
oregano.
saying? Some oregano, bro. Like packaged up. It was packaged up. Like, you know how they package the joints. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So that was wild. If these dudes would have opened these joints up right then and then,
It would have
it would have been. I think it would have been a bloodbath in there, bro. Like,
So
that's crazy, bro.
and I'll get back to the real estate. So basically, my situation was similar to that. There was a Dominican dude that came down from New York.
Yeah.
That he lived in my house the summer before. Cause my dad, I love my dad dearly, but he's like the community dad. Trust everybody. My house era una paracaídas. Aquí llegaban todos los tigres, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody.
My dad's the dad to everybody.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So this was a guy that lived in my house the summer before. So when I get home, that day I was off. I'm off that day. I went. It was around tax season. It happened February 23rd. I just came up on my 14-year anniversary injury date. And I get home after, like, I interviewed with a broker that morning. I had just finished my real estate course. I'm like, my mind's already like, I'm going to learn how to flip houses, and I learn about wholesaling. And then I'm young. I'm trying to
get it.
life.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
20, just turned 20 in December. And now it's February. So only 2 months into 21. And I get home, and this dude opens the door. I'm like, hey, that dude, what the hell is he doing here? So the whole time he came down from New York, and he was looking for a plug. He wanted to see if we knew anybody that served him up 1,000 ecstasy pills.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, fuck no. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm thinking about real estate. I'm like, man, I got to go study, bro. I'm good. Nah. He was like, yeah, give me some money. I'll flip it, and y'all give me. I'm like, nah, I'm good. So he asked my brother. He made the same proposal. My brother tried to, make the deal happen. So my brother started making some phone calls, and he ended up calling a friend of his at the time that he thought was a friend that said, yeah, we could get it or whatever. And that's really how it happened, man. I was in my room. Now my brother's gone. Now in my house was only me, my grandma upstairs. My room's in the basement. The dude that was looking for the pills, he's he's in the basement, but he's on the other side of the basement in the laundry area. And then there was a dude that rented a room in my basement. So we all in there. My room's in the basement. I'm chilling at my desk. I'm studying. When you come down the stairs to the left, the first door is my door, and my door was open. So I'm sitting at the desk, and the dude that my brother called, he comes into my room. Right? But whole time I didn't know before he came in my room, he went upstairs. He came in through the basement, and then he went upstairs, and then he came down and sat with me. So I'm like, I'm at my desk. He's sitting next to me, and I've always been the one I like to kind of share what I'm learning. Like I ain't never really been in the streets for real.
Yeah,
It's been around me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I always like had just better judgment, and like just make better decisions and stuff. And so I'm sitting and I'm like, yeah, I'm learning this real estate. I think I have a webinar going on, and I got my book open. I'm like, look, this dude used to sell crack. Now he's a real estate millionaire. And then I look at him and say, hey, you know about these pills? And then I already had like since that time I opened the door and the Dominican dude was there, I'm like, I already have bad vibes. So it's like the day is just weird. It's just off already. I could feel it. So when I asked him about these pills, he's like, yeah, he's not even looking at me. He didn't even look at me when he came in the room. And he just like, I remember him wiping his face and he didn't look at me like, yeah, my man's outside. And then like, probably like a minute later, I turned around. I felt somebody else come in my room. My room door is directly behind me. So when I turned in my chair, I had a desk chair. I turned in my chair, the dude just had the gun in my face.
Jesus
like, where it at, cuz? Like, where it at? So imagine where I'm at is the doorway, and where you're at, that's where I'm at.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was
yeah.
this close.
Yeah.
And then he went this way, and the dude that set it up was like right here. So now I'm like looking this way. So I think it happened so fast, bro. I'm like, don't shoot, or I'm like, and I just try to turn and run. So he's there. I'm running this way in this direction, and then he shot me through my shoulder. And it went sideways and it hit my shoulder. And we went through my shoulder and hit my spine. It
Jesus
dropped me
Christ,
immediately.
man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And I got hit with a hollow point. So I had fragments come out my neck. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? I got a fragment right here. I got little fragments across my chest. And the bigger fragment is in my spine. And it dropped me immediately. And I never lost consciousness, bro. And I was just laying there like, what the hell just happened? So when I dropped, the dude that set it up, just, you know what I'm saying? I ended up in the doorway. So
Yeah.
like, I'm in the doorway. The dude that set it up just jumped over me, ran out the basement door. Then the dude that shot me put the gun in my head and tried to shoot me again in the gun jam. And yeah, the joint went off and I yelled and I'm like, and he just took off, bro. He went up the stairs. My grandma opened the door. He ran right past my grandma. And that's how that happened, bro. And I never lost consciousness up until, like, the ambulance. Bro. I was just laying there trying to focus on my breathing and stuff. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
Just
I don't know how you still have trust for people after some shit like that, bro. Because
I mean, yeah.
I would be like just
Man, I don't know.
I would be a cold dude after something like that happens. So
I'll tell you what,
I
though,
commend
man.
you for
Yeah,
being
100%. When I
having
came out
that
the
heart you
hospital,
got now,
yeah,
bro.
when I came out the hospital, it was a lot of PTSD.
yeah.
You know, I would have like this random, like, I'll be just looking over my shoulder.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
by myself and I'm just looking.
Yeah.
And then I remember just basically coming out to the world. I don't know, the dude that shot me ain't get caught. Like, I'm thinking like, damn, is this him? Is that him?
Man, so he's out in the
dark
street?
skin with dreads. Cuanto no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm in PG Mall. I'm like,
Yeah.
Nah, I feel
you
you, I
feel me?
you,
So
I
it's
feel
like, you know, a lot of that. I don't know, bro. It was hard, bro. It was hard. I was in ICU for 1 month.
Ago?
Yeah, I was in ICU for 1 month, and then I was in rehab for another month.
So wait, you saying the guy still never got caught?
Nah.
Like to this day, the dude is just out there?
Yeah, even the dude that set it up, so they ended up catching him, but they let him go. They didn't charge him anything like
That's
with my case. 'Cause
wild,
he ended up
bro.
saying like, he tried to rob me too, and the gun jam, he tried to shoot me too. Whole time that was a joint that was for my head. You know what I'm saying? So
That's wild, bro.
it was just all circumstantial, nothing hard, no hard
That's
evidence. ¿Tú me entiendes? So
fucking crazy.
yeah.
Well,
no
I'm
way.
glad you're sharing this story, man, because a lot of young kids out here are just lost out here, bro.
Yeah.
And you know,
A lot of people are too trusting, like you said, like with his dad. And there's a lot of kids like
there's
that.
a lot
too.
of kids that be up to no
Don't know
good,
any-
man.
and that-
You know what I'm
and
saying?
other kids
that don't know
a lot
anybody.
of,
this is the one that set it up was my brother's friend from middle school.
that's crazy,
You know what I'm saying?
bro. That's crazy, bro.
I know
That's
him since he
wild,
was in
bro.
middle school. So
That's crazy, man. Yeah, there's a lot of kids out here that are just lost, bro. Like just they believe what they see in like rap videos and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
they think that life is real. You know what I
and,
mean?
and easy. And
How
it's
much
really
of
not.
the rap music do you think is a contribution to all this shit? That's going
I
on?
know this is not popular to say, bro. You know what I mean? And then people may be upset or whatever, but I think rap music has done more damage than maybe just as much as guns, bro. For real. Because
I disagree,
when you're hearing
bro.
the same thing over and over again,
You
I
got-
mean,
the subconscious is real.
it's real, and rap music preaches everything negative, and I love rap music. That's the crazy part, right?
That is
I
crazy.
love rap music. I love listening to it, But I know consciously, I'm smart enough to know, and I'm hip enough to know that what all these dudes are saying on these lyrics, first of all, it's probably fake. You know, because they're just authors.
It's a story.
Just,
a lot of them, they're authors.
But
they're
there's a lot of young kids
storytellers.
from 10 to 25, right, that don't know that believe these guys and believe everything they say. And I know it's not a popular thing to say, but I think rap music has done more damage than good to black and brown people. You know what I mean? Dominican kids included.
Yeah, no,
you know what I
sure.
mean?
I gotta agree with you, bro. And for a long time, after my injury, I couldn't even listen to a lot of music.
I don't blame you,
know
bro.
what I'm saying? It's about shoot 'em dead.
Yeah,
pop 'em dead.
yeah.
Like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want that type of message.
It's like reliving that reliving what happened to me every time I hear one of them songs.
Exactly.
So what type of music is usually played at the Thump Yard, or you just let them play whatever they
I
want?
let them play. It's a turn up. You gotta see some of these walkout songs that these kids wanted at the last show.
Yeah.
You know, and we let it ride. I'm like 8-year-old. He wanted some like Nardo Wick or something.
See,
like,
that's insane, bro.
Man, for real.
That's insane, bro.
You know,
That's
wild,
that's
but,
fucking
you know,
wild, bro.
Just let people do what they.
I just let them do what they do, man. You know, I think I always start the event with like a opening. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't just like we doing the event. Like I want it to become an impactful event. Like you walk out of there feeling inspired. You maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you was living a life and maybe you want to change your lifestyle.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
So I always start.
right.
I share my story. In a way, this has been like the worst and the best thing that's happened to me because I've made it make sense in my mind that if God put me and sat me down in this chair, and to utilize it as a platform to inspire, to share my story, to give my testimony, you feel me? Like I feel like without this happening to me, the Thump Yard wouldn't even be here.
Probably.
It probably would not.
No, period. It would not have been here. Like
I mean,
you
you
know
started it.
what I'm saying?
And who's the other person that started it with
My
you?
brother, just
Your brother?
and then we have a team. So shout out to Gungi, he was the ref. We were doing outside. Shout out to Chucky, to Boquita. Shout out to our camera guy Javier, and then everyone else that supports us. Man, it's a movement for real.
That's what's up, man.
So
That's
it's not just
fire,
me.
man.
You know, without the team, it's not possible. But I would say that my story inspired the movement. You know what I'm saying? What happened to me definitely inspired it because we're anchored to a cause and a mission.
I mean, I think you definitely the spark that got it started.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure.
I think that's dope, man. For real. I don't even know what I would be doing if it happened to me. You know?
I mean, you gotta fight through it. You know what I'm saying? That's always what I tell my family. Like, this happened. Okay, so what? You got health. We gotta
those
fight
first
through
moments
it,
in the hospital,
Still
bro,
here,
was
that's all
like
you
were
can,
the worst. You know what I'm saying? When I woke up in the ICU and just, when I woke up in ICU, I had a tube in my mouth, like a ventilator, to breathe come out. When the bullet basically collapsed my right lung, and then so I woke up with the tube in my mouth, neck brace on, like freaking machines. Bro. I'm like, this shit's a nightmare. That's like, this is not real. Bro. Like, this shit ain't real. Even when I got shot, I was like, what the hell just happened to me? Like, I got shot. Like, I'm not in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How the hell did this happen to me? Like,
yeah.
So I'm, in the hospital, it was like a nightmare, bro. And I'll give you another crazy story. So they had to take out the tube out of my mouth, and they had to put it here as a trach. Right, because it was giving me pneumonia. I started getting pneumonia.
Damn.
I woke up, bro, during this procedure right here.
What? You woke up during it?
Yeah, y'all seen that movie Awake?
Yeah.
I lived that. That shit was crazy. So they gave me anesthesia. I'm knocked out, and then all of a sudden I start hearing. And I'm like, I feel everything, bro. When they cut this open.
You didn't say anything? You couldn't say anything?
I couldn't do anything, bro. I couldn't open my eyes, nothing. I couldn't move my finger, nothing.
Them rooms be cold as hell, too, bro.
Nothing. I couldn't do anything.
So
That's
crazy.
I was screaming in my head like that movie.
Yeah.
I'm like screaming in my mind. I'm feeling them down, stitching me up and all that, bro.
That's crazy.
And then once you have this procedure done, you can't speak. So because you have air, like the air doesn't come up through your vocal cords, so I can't even speak. So I spent some time not being able to talk. So I wasn't able to express what I had just went through. You know what I'm saying? I had to write everything out. And yeah, bro.
Yo, let me ask you a question, bro. Because if I was in your shoes at first, like I would be asking God why. Did you ever in that situation, like think to yourself, why me? Why me? Why me? Why me?
Yeah,
Why
bro, it
me?
was hard, man. In the beginning, I'll tell you what changed my perspective. Yeah, I asked why, because obviously I was never in the streets, bro.
Right,
I
right,
was
right,
in,
right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? Yo, el
Yeah.
coro mío era discoteca, Johanna
Yeah.
on Saturday, vamos a
Yeah,
bailar.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I was
yeah.
not selling no
Yeah,
drugs.
same
none of that
here,
shit,
same
bro.
here,
I'm
same
not-
here,
You know
same
what I'm
here,
saying?
same here.
So yeah, I had those thoughts, bro. And I was like in a real dark, depressed place in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
because I just put all my energy and focus on what I could no longer do anymore.
Gotcha.
And I think, for the newly injured people, man, I've been able to mentor some newly injured people. Like I met, we'll get to that later. But I say the first thing I did was just get out. Like get out is like I feel like there's a stage of shame, right? Like you don't want the people to. I don't want people to see me like this, and you know what I'm saying. So I had to like just mentally get through that. I went to Miami, just got out there in the world again, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was the first phase. And then that same year, I started going back to Montgomery College.
Yeah.
So I'm out there just trying to like get out there in the world. And it was this one interaction I had with this girl, bro, that I will never forget. And she's also disabled, right? She was in like a power scooter or something like that. So she sees me, like this newly kid in a wheelchair. Who are you? So she comes and approaches me in the hallway and she asks me what happened. And I tell her, and then she like, well, at least you know what it is to run and to play and to this and that. It's like I was born like this. You know what I'm saying? So that little right there, that was like, and then through the course of me going to therapy and meeting other people and hearing other people's story, I started meeting like quadriplegics. I met this one kid, he was 19 years old. He got shot when he was 17. He got hit in C2, so it hit his vertebrae right below his skull.
Yeah.
He couldn't even hold his head up, bro. Had to be
Damn,
attached to a
man.
ventilator 24 hours a day, care 24 hours a day. And I just started having an attitude of gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Attitude of gratitude and just basically a shift in perspective and seeing like I could still do this, I could still do that, but maybe differently.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When I first came out the house, I'm like, how the hell am I gonna sell houses from a wheelchair? You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm gonna do real estate from a wheelchair? But it's just breaking those barriers, man, and just like finding a way. And that's what I did. And to date, I've closed over 200 deals in the DMV area.
That's
Well,
lit,
DC,
bro.
Maryland. I ain't really done nothing in Virginia, but I'm still pursuing what I was pursuing prior to my injury, and I just made it work for me differently. And along the way, I guess being in my situation, I've had to approach it to do business where I'm working with people and I'm teaching somebody else, and it's like I'm uplifting somebody else so we could both carry on the mission together.
That's what's up, bro.
That's
So it's just
fine.
an attitude of gratitude, bro. But it was hard in the beginning. I still have my days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
14
I can
years
imagine.
later,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 14.
I can
It's not-
imagine.
I'm a 35-year-old man, but
Yeah.
I'm really 14 because
Yeah.
it's like my life it was like a reset button the day I got shot.
Yeah,
I had to
yeah,
relearn
yeah.
everything all over
Yeah,
again.
you don't have the brain of a 14-year-old,
Yeah,
though,
nah,
bro.
definitely not. Definitely
I'll
not.
tell you that.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Damn. But man, it's just I'm glad that you're able to, I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, and I'm glad you're talking to all these kids. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them, like I said, are lost. Even a lot of Dominican kids that come from good families are lost, bro. They think that the streets is what it is, and it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
100%
don't
it's
understand that that your 20s will be gone, and then your late 20s come, and what do you have to show for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, especially around our age, like
Yeah.
it's starting to click. Like, damn, I
exactly.
wasted all these years. Now I gotta learn something. Like you gotta learn. Yeah, you gotta learn
Exactly,
something now. You're a
exactly.
little late in the game, but
Exactly.
it's never late to learn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
You
yeah,
know,
you want to do all those things, your building blocks,
Right.
you know, when you're in your teens or earlier, if possible. A lot of times, you know, kids that young don't know what they want to be yet, right?
yeah.
You don't know what you want to
don't know what
be,
you wanna
but,
be, but
you can make
wanna-
certain choices.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
all
Like
about the
I'm
choices you
still
make.
seeing young kids repping gangs from NYC out here, and it's like, bro, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I think it's lack of leadership, bro, in the communities, lack of programs, lack of
Yeah, because I mean, like you
mentors.
said,
yeah,
You know what I'm
Thump Yard
saying?
is
Sometimes they
huge.
come from sometimes they come from a single family home.
yeah.
Like me when I moved to Miami when my parents split, I was in a single. My mom. It was just me and my mom.
Yeah.
She was working most of the time.
Yeah,
So now I'm
for
caught
sure,
up in
for sure.
hanging out with the buddies and my boys, and a lot of them are not. They also come from single family houses, so naturally we click up together. And,
Right.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
So,
right.
but boxing always kept me away from a lot of things because that's when I moved to Miami. That's when I really started training and going to the gym. And I'm in the gym 3-4 hours, and I'm too tired to really be hanging out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm too tired to be. Now I'm not. I never even started smoking, tree until like later in life because I was never into none of that.
Yeah, same here.
Because
Same
of
here.
sport. Because of sports. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's important,
here.
man. There's a quote that I read that says, "Not everything in life is about boxing, but everything in boxing is about life." You know what I'm saying? So like those building blocks
That's
of
fire.
that character, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That character that it builds in you, that courage, that hard work, that discipline, and that's why I love this sport, man, and that's why I'm trying to use it as a vehicle for these kids to use it as a way to release aggression and you know what I'm saying, do something different.
Have
man.
you been able to catch any of were you able to catch that fight that came down here?
Which one?
With the exhibition, Devontae and the other dude.
Tank fight?
Yeah.
Tank and
Yeah. Have you been to
Have
any
you
of
been to
the
any of them fights, like them big ones like
the
that?
big
Not really?
ones? Have I been to a big one? I seen Mayweather fight a long time ago, but I catch him on TV.
on
bro.
TV? Okay.
I've been to some fights in Atlantic City. Like what's his name? His name is Glenn. I forget his last name. He's a Dominican dude. But I love the energy in the event,
Yeah,
man.
that's
energy,
why I
like
asked
people.
you.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's why I
saying?
asked you.
Yeah,
That's why I
it's
asked
wild,
you because
bro.
We
it
got
goes
great
crazy.
energy too at the Thump Yard events too, man. The energy at these kind of events is unmatched.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta
We're
check.
gonna-
I
we're
gotta
gonna
come
probably
check.
come
Yeah,
check it out,
we gotta
man,
check. You
see
said
what
it's
we do.
April, right?
April 30th.
April 30th.
April 30th.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah,
we
we're
gotta
gonna put
come
all
out
the
there.
info, either on the video itself or on the links when we post the
Both.
stuff.
So we-
appreciate
you know,
you
we're gonna
coming.
put-
We
we're
might
gonna-
bring you back for real, man. 'Cause
We gotta
had a
put
lot
his,
of conversation.
We're
We're gonna
it
put all his info for the event coming up
for sure.
and everything, man. But we appreciate you coming through.
No, I
man.
appreciate y'all for having me, brother.
For real,
Appreciate
yeah,
y'all.
man.
For real.
This been Puffin Politics, the mayor,
MV,
Envy, Jonathan, Thump Yard.
Yes, sir.
Thump Yard.
You already know.